Watch the ratings.
Oh, we're live. Hey.
Time. Y'all know what time it is.
Hmm.
Coming in. Yeah, I'm on the page for sure.
The people. Hey. Who was that? Lottie. I seen
IG a little different. Yep, that's Lottie Daddy.
Lottie Dottie. We like to party. Well, that's Kasera. Yep, we should have. I mean, Kasera, she gonna be back here. We know what's going on. Mo. That's I know Mo. Yeah, I used to mess with her. She knows what's going on. We cracking them like eggs out here. You heard?
Let's see. All right, let's get it.
I love it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what time it is. We here again, live on Lake Street with Minnesota Mess Podcast. Now, today, we're going to be talking about Africans versus regular blacks. We got a little bit different cast to talk about the Africans versus regular blacks in this conversation, but we're going to talk about it. All right. So to my right, we got my man's in the building. This is Anthony, born and raised from East St. Paul, but he's here and he's experienced a lot with Africans. Anthony, tell us where you're from. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I did 22 years in the Army Reserves. I got 3 combat deployments under my belt. I was in the 82nd Airborne, jumped out of an airplane 24 times, got a 19-year-old son. When I was in Afghanistan, I was a tunnel rat, first guy in the door. But because of God, our Savior, on my combat tours, I never had to shoot at anyone. And I had never got to see anyone die because somebody was looking out for me.
Amen.
Amen to that. That's
Amen
for sure.
to that. That's amazing.
Never pop nothing, stop running. I understand. I respect that. I know some of my guys in the hood who they shot a lot of people and shot a lot at people. But it wasn't for the country. It was for some weed. But so to my left, we've got this beautiful lady here, Ellen. I mean, I could tell them a little bit about you. Ellen is Liberian. She's a businesswoman. She's an entrepreneur. And, she's representing the African community today. But I want you to go ahead and tell them a little bit about yourself. Tell them about you. Tell them where you come from.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ellen, and I am a resident of Minnesota. I've been here for at least 22 years. Originally from Liberia, West Africa. And I am the owner of the most beautiful boutique you're gonna find the whole of Mall of America, which is the first African boutique ready to wear made. So I'm here and I'm excited to be here.
What's the name of the boutique?
House of Queens and Kings.
House of Queens and Kings.
Yes.
Amazing attire. That's where I met this woman at. I'm in there shopping. Came by, saw great African clothing through the mirror. Went inside. Had to go. I had to buy. Also, She's got a big fashion show coming up this
The 30th.
30th, yeah.
2 weeks from now.
this coming
2 weeks.
So 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'll be hosting that fashion show as well. It's gonna be a lot of models. Oh, Anthony gonna be there as well.
Anthony's gonna be there.
It's gonna be a lot of models, a lot of African clothing, a lot of design,
Yes.
a lot of
It's
culture.
gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. Food, drinks. Well, drinks stuff is in the mall, so y'all figure that out. But
drink before you come.
come have a blast, and we'll make sure we pub that again before, so y'all gonna know what's going on.
Yes.
But now that we're here, we gonna get into it.
Let's
We're
get into
gonna
it.
get into it. We're gonna talk. All right.
What
we
are
here
we
to talk
talking about, Kwame?
We're talking about Africans and regular blacks.
Oh,
First
my goodness.
question here is to my man's Anthony. Anthony, you seem like you are not black, and
Pretty damn white. Yeah.
you know. So my question to you is,
Oh, jeez.
and we had this debate last week with the guys talking about Africans and blacks.
It's awkward.
Do you? That's cool. Do you believe that white people can tell the difference between Africans and regular blacks?
Okay, wait. On that question, to be honest, I'm not a typical white guy. Like most people, so black people are going to tell you I'm a swirler. They call it
Swirler?
Yeah. So black Americans refer to what I am as an interracial dater. I prefer black women, right? But
Explain the mic out of it.
Jungle fever.
yeah. So yeah, jungle fever. But and through that, when I came back from Iraq I came back December 2012, and then I became single in 2013, and so I went on Plenty of Fish, right? And so I started messaging these beautiful black women. The nice responders, the girls that were nice to me back, were wearing what they call it lapa.
Lapa.
That's what the Liberians call it.
Yes.
But the Nigerians
Ankara.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I was taught of it as Ankara. So that I noticed that the girls that were in Ankara were always nicer to me in the responses and replies back. And
Is that because they were trying to get a visa, or were they here already? Where were they from?
well, we live in parts.
So they're in America.
Yeah, they're
already.
American already, right?
So
So
these was real women looking for some penis.
Oh, my
no, some of them are looking for a straight up relationship.
So can I ask a question? So when this was going on, when you started like inboxing women, did you distinguish whether which one was African American and which one was African African?
Yeah, you can.
Could you tell?
The biggest sign to that is your Ankara, your
Okay.
Dashiki, or your
Okay.
Lape. So that's how it began. So I began when I was on the dating site, when I'd see the girls
Mhm.
with the
Ankara.
African dresses,
Yeah.
Ankara, Dashiki, Lape,
Okay.
I would, she's probably going to be more
Mhm.
welcoming to me.
Mm.
So then I'd want to message her or text her on the social media website. And that's how my fondness came. But I also realized that these women were like the stereotype of a black woman. These West African chicks had it and then some. You
Mm.
understand what I'm saying?
So
Okay.
wait, so
The stereotype.
Get assaulted.
What is stereotype?
Like the
Physical.
traits. So
Mm.
like here. So here.
Also, so they had the stereotypes of the physicalities.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like if you like.
Oh, okay. I thought
So
you
like
were-
so like you like dark skin, man. Liberian chicks, their skin's darker. You
Mm.
like thick lips, those Liberian women's lips are even thicker. You like big backsides, Liberian women's butts are even
Oh
bigger.
my
Their skin
God.
is darker.
So
Like
We
big
got
butts
it
and you
all.
can't lie.
yeah, but don't get it twisted, man. It's probably the biggest niash. Is that what you guys call it? Niash.
Yash. Yash.
The biggest niash I think I've ever seen was
Not
like Togo
Yash, but Yash.
No.
Yash.
women. Nash.
The N is silent. It's Yash.
See,
That's okay.
I'm learning.
So if you were to come in a room filled with dark skinned people,
Mhm.
will you be able to tell who's African and who's African American if everybody's wearing a European outfit?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can.
You
do
can
that
tell
pretty
who's
good.
African?
Yeah, I don't know how. I
Okay.
don't know why.
Okay.
But it's kind of like if you look.
It's called a spider sense.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's your sixth sense, allows you to get the women that you're looking for.
Right. But what if it was guys then?
I can tell African dudes too.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know how. I don't know how. Part of the accent.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Obviously.
Most people can't tell that I'm African. They never know that I'm
Yeah.
African.
You look good, but I didn't know for sure. And then when you didn't have the accent, I was like,
He's
nah,
like,
Yeah.
he's regular black.
not in a bad way. Nothing.
And
We're
nothing wrong
both from
with
the east side, so
both from East Side St. Paul. Shout out to y'all. Third block. Y'all know what's going on.
I used to live by Third and Mariah too. Third and Mariah.
Oh, Third Morale, yeah, he was definitely in the hood. So you grew up in the hood as well.
Yeah, but it wasn't like so the thing is though, is I'm a rocker type dude. I like heavy metal and stuff, so I didn't really fit in good. I did.
I mean, it's a little different.
That was the outsider, definitely. So
But you still segued and found your way.
oh yeah.
When did you get your let's ask and declare these things. Do you like white women or black women?
I prefer
Preference.
black women.
Prefer black women. When did you have your first black woman?
Oh, my first black woman was my first woman.
Oh,
So my first out of my face, sir. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to. Okay,
Yeah, that
all
was.
right. So my first black woman was my first woman.
Mm.
Stereotypical, thick, big backside.
But she was African. She is African American, right?
Yeah, black. She was a black American. Yeah.
Okay. So you never had a white woman at all?
Yeah, I used to. Yeah, no, I've dated white women. I've slept with white women. Yeah.
Okay. And which do you prefer? Well, no, not prefer. Which do you think is better?
Oh my God! Really?
Wait. All right. So, man. So you're gonna ask. So
How about we say it this way? When was the last time you had a white girl?
2015.
Okay, so that tells it we don't need to know what you prefer because it's been that long. So
Yeah, you haven't gone back.
Yeah.
No, yes, I have. Yes.
Not recent. That's in 2015.
Okay. Yeah, but before that, I had a black.
yeah, we know. That's what we're saying.
Yeah. But you've gone the last 7 years without another one. Well,
Do you consider
12
Hispanic?
or
Do you
9
consider
years.
Do you consider Hispanic black
No.
or white?
I don't consider them white.
Okay, then we can't talk about that. Then.
Yeah. You stay away from white race.
Oh my
Why
God!
got put it?
You and Anthony will have a lot of fun today. I can tell you.
So now we're gonna ask you the same question. Can you tell the difference between Africans and regular blacks?
Well, the world has changed, so I don't think it's that easy, especially now that people are not trying to be so cultural and so, like identifiable, right?
Mhm.
So like back then when people came from Africa, you can just tell by the way they dress.
Yeah.
And they're from Africa. But now everybody is trying to modernize, not necessarily modernize, but acculturate into different environments. Like if you come to America, you're not going to be all the time looking African. You have days for those things. Like if you have to go to church, then you're going to put your African outfit on. You go into wedding, we look more African on like special occasions.
But you're not just putting dashiki on.
Yes,
to go to
because
school.
right.
True.
So you're not leaving going to work in your African attire. So if you go in most environment nowadays, even the Africans that are there, if they don't open their mouth, you won't tell. Especially the younger ones. They're all doing the nails, the hair, the lace front. Like it's hard to just walk up to a person. Now I'll say this though. There are certain Africans from different parts of Africa. They're very distinct.
Mhm.
Like you can tell. I mean, you can almost bet like $100 into this person is African, and you will be right. For example, like Kenyans. I think most Kenyans you can tell they're from Africa because they have
and Somalians.
And Somalians they have the feature. You can tell
And the smell.
and South African.
You said the smell?
No, I did not say that.
Is that what you said?
I did not say that.
That's what
I said the feature, like the way the facial, the way the face is structured, the bone cheeks. They're beautiful people, but you can tell.
You said West Africans smell the worst, though.
No, I did not say that, man.
Nigerians. You said Nigerians.
Liberians, West Africans. I think if anything, West African are more Americanish because unlike the ones that like go to certain society bush and stuff that they have to gash their face for the traditional marks and all that kind of stuff. because they have some people that they have the Ashanti people, for example, they got that mark. They have the
Europe,
Hausa
yeah.
people that got the marks.
Yep.
So if you don't see those marks, you can't even tell sometimes that people are from Africa. If I go somewhere, nobody gonna really see me and think I'm from Africa.
So what did you mean when you had told me that Nigerian men don't wear deodorant? What did you mean by that?
Oh my God. He's trying to start some trouble. You know what? I wouldn't say that about Nigerian men. I haven't had a close encounter with Nigerian men, but I'll say this. I think the group of men that I know or I've heard about, not so familiar with deodorant, or it has not been introduced to a lot of them, would be Kenyans.
Kenyans. So
Maybe
Kenyans are the mustiest.
the East Africans, I think they're not familiar or accustomed to these things. Personal hygiene is a little bit, they're still in the 20th century when it comes to personal hygiene for the most of them. But a lot of
the
them,
most of them here or back home.
even here, people, they have to get,
so East Africans are the mustiest.
like if they're dating other people who are none.
Is that the men or the women?
I think both.
Both.
I think both.
Wait,
Because
hold on.
no, for real. I worked in the nursing home before, and I worked with few that I could tell they don't know about using a deodorant, and not necessarily like they didn't take a shower, but it's just something some of them are not familiar with, or they were not introduced to it. They did not grow up.
Beats.
Right, they did not grow up using deodorant, and stuff like that. Personal hygiene was not a priority for them.
So you Nigerians and East Africans.
No, Nigerians are okay. Nigerians are pretty much like Liberians. I've never
I'm just gonna
had that experience.
I'm gonna keep it with Nigerians as well.
Oh, really?
Nigerians and a lot of the East Africans, according to her.
No,
they need to work
guys,
on hygiene.
Don't listen to him.
Yeah, we'll work on it. But we'll get a bunch of East Africans in here next, and we'll see what you guys think about West Africans. But for now, we're talking about you guys. So, we got some comics on here too. Somebody said that they've got the right person for interviews. She's a smart CEO. Shout out to Stayu.
Sorry, what happened to my volume? I'm sorry, guys.
No, yeah, you got that on there.
Sorry, now
Nice
I got it.
What
We got
else they
some
have?
comments, huh? See you in
Hello,
the
my
building.
beautiful sister.
Yeah, I'm
Terry
sharing
Ann.
from my page.
I know a lot of Liberian girls are always named Terry Ann. Why is that?
Terry Ann is an
Joyce and
African American.
Terry
Joyce and Patience is
Terry Ann
Joyce-
is an African
Oh,
American.
so you knew some Joyces and some Patiences.
Yes, I made a
Kwame, she's an African American. Terry Ann is.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of Liberian Terrians.
Really? I've never heard a Liberian named Terry Ann.
Yeah, I have.
Yay! Shout out to my peoples.
Shout out to so back over to you.
Yeah, I'd like to say something. I used to date a Yoruba woman, a Nigerian woman, Nigerian,
Shut
and she did not smell. She did not smell at all.
Like where?
All over her body.
All over.
Oh, no, there was nothing that smelled bad about her. Nothing. So I just want to put that out.
Thank you for that, because I have a few Nigerian friends. Actually, that's my second nationality. Well, I take that back.
Oh, really?
In terms of business, my business ethics, and my business sense, I'm more on the Nigerian side. I feel like that's my connection, right? But I'm an Ivorian girl because I grew up in Ivory Coast during the war, so that's kind of like my second country. But when it comes to business sense and business, how I do my whole business and the platform that I run on, that's why a lot of people, like, let's say about how many years ago, when I first started 9 years ago, at least when I started doing business in Brooklyn Center, I know I used to come on Facebook and do
Shout out to Lil Monrovia.
do the model of, I kind of model after how the Nigerian girls were doing business on social media.
Okay.
So a lot of Nigerian girls, as back as 10 years ago, they were coming on social media and utilizing social media to their advantage and making money off of social media. And they come with that full proud as a businesswoman standing there, most of them dancing, showcasing their clothes, and representing the brand, right? And so I started modeling after them, and I started to do that. That was like almost 10 years ago. And so I can safely say I was the first Liberian girl that came on social media and started dancing on social media. Like I put the clothes on and I started to dance. And when I first started doing that, I remember few of my Liberians were against that. They were, they were making.
Were you like stripping and taking your clothes
No, I
off?
wasn't taking my clothes off, but they thought I was showing off, quote unquote. Like, oh, she just put clothes on and come and sing here and be dancing and blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
So they were looking at it from a different angle, but
It's the marketing of it
versus the marketing of it, and that's how I became more popular on social media.
Yeah.
Because once I started that, people wanted to know why she's dancing, who is she, and people wanted to know this person. And eventually, years later, everybody doing it now. They're all coming on Facebook in the Liberian community, respectfully. They're coming on Facebook and they're dancing now. Everybody want to be like me, and I mean, even though they don't want to give the credit, but they should be like
haters.
They should be like, our role model is Ellen, blah blah blah. Because, like I said, many years ago, there was nobody doing it on Facebook from the Liberian community. It was the Nigerian girls that were bulldozing social media and doing their thing and killing it. And now every one of us are there. So, and I know how much it has, impacted my business. Social media has taken my business to a much bigger level than if I wasn't on social media doing the things that I'm doing. It won't be this successful. So, yes.
Okay. So, with that being said, how do you feel Black Americans feel about Africans in the U.S.? The regular Blacks.
The Black Americans. You ask me, Anthony?
I'm gonna ask
Ask Anthony. Yeah.
How do you think that regular Black people feel about Africans in the U.S.? And then I want to know how you think white people feel about them.
Okay. So I'm not speaking. I don't know if I should really answer that question because I'm a white man.
Yes, we're gonna answer both. We want to know how you feel, how you think Black people feel about the situation, and then how white people feel about it.
Okay, so I think that in a lot of time, there's no offense in people.
I mean, you can talk about white people. How do you guys feel about Black people, and then gravitate into?
No, I'm gonna say is that I think a lot of Black Americans have a very redneckish mentality about Black immigrants, because I've heard African Americans, I don't call them Black Americans. I call them Black Americans because I was degraded for calling them Africans because they're not from Africa. So so who
degraded you, if I might interject?
The West African women used to degrade. I told one of you guys I used to get degraded by my cousin's a white power dude. He never talked bad to me about my preference for Black women because he knows I ain't gonna hear it. I'll cuss him out, whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's the West African women that would degrade me for liking Liberian women and Black Americans, and they used to degrade me hardcore.
Like how?
Just you stay away from them dirty Americans, and they're no good. They have no culture. They'll never love you.
It's the accent for me. Okay.
They don't love you. You stay away from them. You stay away from them. I mean, I got degraded to the point where, like, I truly at one point in my life believed that Liberians didn't like white people, and here I am with you two. But I truly believed that, and I thought that if I wanted a good woman, she better be.
Liberian men love white women.
Thank you. Thank you. They do.
Especially during tax season. What are we in March?
Oh Lord.
But
continue.
But okay, but I'm gonna say that Black Americans had a very redneckish mentality, and if you don't like what I'm saying, oh well, it's the truth. But I've heard Black people say that these immigrants, these Black immigrants, they come over here and they want the resources and the freedoms and the ability to vote and get a good education. This is stuff that we had to fight for and rally for, and we've gotten police brutality and hosed down with hoses in the streets by the fire department. And now
I get it.
I do, but I don't. Because here, I grew up in a Black neighborhood. I used to get picked on all the time for being a white person. Just because I got picked on doesn't mean I want the next white person to get picked on. So therefore, just because your people were mistreated doesn't mean that Africans shouldn't be able to capitalize
paved the way for
or what you pay. Yeah, why are you hating on them? Because they were never
wanted to make this better for everybody.
Yeah,
you made it better. What's the problem now?
Yeah. So there's a little bit of a redneckish mentality, I think, That's just my opinion. And
Okay.
if you don't like it,
Well, regular blacks, you being very redneckish.
some of them. Wait, not all of them.
some-
Not all of them. not all.
Obviously, it's not all of them.
Okay, but now how do you feel like white people feel about Africans being in the U.S.?
Well, first off, because my military career and stuff, and the fact that everybody knows I like West African women, they're not going to talk so openly to me because I'll lose my temper if you start dogging out
Right.
But I'm going to say this though, most of them that I would think don't want black immigrants to be here, they really don't have a problem with it because you can't just cross the border. You have to get on a boat or a plane. You have to.
You can cross the border now.
But what I'm saying is that like most of your Africans that are here, they came here legally, even if they let their visas pass out. Right. So a lot of the white guys I know.
So you're saying that mentality of when there's immigrants here that they don't want, it's usually from people they feel like are here illegally.
Yes.
Versus a group of immigrants who obviously came here on seeking asylum or refuge.
They come,
so they're in some program that allowed them to be here, and it's obviously well known as to how you got here. So
yeah, and I mean everybody knows too. These West Africans come here and what do they do? They get jobs. They at least that's how I view.
That's what I want. We want your view.
People could be censoring their view because everybody knows I like black women / West African women. So people might censor how they view to me. You know what I mean? Because but they say to me that these Africans come here and they get jobs, they go to college and they become better people. I mean, damn, let's be honest, man. Nigerians they're the most successful immigrants in this country, if I'm not mistaken.
They're also like the number one scammers too.
Oh my God.
But they do it good.
Give my people some pass, yo.
They do it good.
They're good at it. Everything they do, they're good at it.
You want to get a credit card, you want to get a goddamn airplane, or you want to sell a whole. What do you do? He sold a Facebook page. Come on, man. Sending money to Africa. Have you ever sent money to Africa before?
He does that. He has.
I do, see, everybody's like, "Oh, she's scamming you. She's scamming you." No, I went to Monrovia and I met her face to face.
Wait. You went to Monrovia?
Yeah.
Monrovia, Liberia? Home?
I thought your home country, not mine. But there's so many Liberians here that I want to go see.
Technically, probably everybody came from Africa, but so you would probably is actually your home country. But
he went to Liberia.
You have to Yoruba tribe. Everybody thinks that they're originally from Yoruba. So if you go to visit there, you're just going back to your homeland. That's how they see it.
Fair enough. So what was your experience like in Liberia?
Man,
were you there for blood diamonds? What'd you go there for?
No.
Wish.
No, I wouldn't go to. I did 22 years in the military, man, and I didn't see one. I'm not gonna want to see anybody die over a diamond. That's for damn sure. I just went over there just because somebody offered me.
I
was invited, and also the lady that I sent money to, she said, "Come and see me. I want to see you face to face." So I went and seen her, and she's your.
Yeah, I had a fun time.
I had a great time, but I'm saying she's the typical African.
You probably paid her rent for a year, whatever you sent her.
He sends it every month.
Jeez,
every month,
man. You can't have no secrets around Ellen.
I'm sorry.
This is not social media.
I did not know.
Censor this?
You said it. I did not know it was secret. By the way, guys.
Are you jealous?
Anthony,
you want to send you the money?
By the way, guys, Anthony is my brother. He's my white brother, and we're very cool. He's my friend and brother. If I call him, he's always there when I call him. So let's just get that straight. And then secondly, Anthony is single.
Oh, so she's trying to.
Please, if you're a Liberian girl, he has a fascination for Liberian women. I'm telling you.
No, I'm just living.
Can I just talk, please? He loves Liberian women. Okay, so if you're single and you're looking for a good guy, he's not a sugar daddy, but he's a young daddy. You know what I mean? He's okay. So if you're looking for somebody to love and take care of and listen to him talk, then yes, contact me. I'll hook you up with my boy Anthony. He loves Liberian women. I'm just gonna put it out there. All right, that's what I needed to say.
Can I comment on that?
Comment.
Okay, so it's not as I like West African women, and it's just I live in a city that might as well be Little Monrovia because there's so many so I'm open to all, but I'm just saying there's so many there's certain nightclubs I go to and I like going there. I'm the only dude. There's all Liberians.
Where do you like going?
Well, if you want to see beautiful black women, you go to like Aura Lounge, you go to Purple Rose.
Jambo Africa,
Aura Lounge, and Purple Rose, man. Those are the spots for the good-looking black chicks in Twin Cities.
You got a collection plate already. You know exactly where to dig in for your pool.
Hey, man, I like beautiful.
I respect that.
But it does seem weird that I always end up around a Liberian. It's like a magnet. It's like a magnet.
I mean, where your heart compels you, you're gonna find yourself in those situations.
Right. He has
it's more the eyes, the looks.
I can guarantee you. You will see it. You won't look
One
too far
thing.
to see a crackhead too far from a crack house.
Oh Lord.
Trust me.
But the Liberian, what? You can't compare Liberian women to a crack house.
No, he's just saying something like where your heart is at. That's where you're always there.
Oh yeah, because I always end up around a Liberian chick. Like,
and coochie is like crack, so you're
Lord.
gonna find you some crack. You're gonna smoke it.
Somebody come and get him.
Wait.
Somebody come and get him.
Did you know he talks like this before we came here?
You know, I told you we don't know what to expect when it comes to Kwame. So
no clue.
just enjoy the ride.
Mm-hmm.
So now that question is towards you now.
What was the question again?
The original question was how you feel about African. We're talking about African.
Wait, how do you feel about Black Americans and Africans?
Yeah, Black Americans. Yeah.
Or how do I feel like how Black Americans perceive Africans and then how white people perceive Africans?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
how do you feel like Black people feel about you? Yeah.
I feel that's the end for me. Oh my God, you're so messy. Well, I mean, I have a whole mixture of feelings because.
What was your experience? Let's talk about that. I'm gonna talk about your experience when you got here.
I will talk about my experience. So I've always thought, because the way I'm built, I always thought that
thick.
I love people and I see people as on the level I see them. I take you as out of face value. But so I always thought the African American people generally
regular blacks
love us immigrants. That's how I always thought.
Mm-hmm.
But as time went by, I realized that is not what I thought, right? And so I'm just gonna say it like that. But my personal experience I had is I followed this group. It's a big group. I'm not gonna call the name. It's on social media. It's a really big group. It is predominated by African American. It's not regular anybody. It's just mostly African American, and maybe once in a while you might see people like us on the group. So, but I followed this group now for at least 5 years. And so when this whole Martin Luther King birthday in the whole of February, is Black History Month. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get my business up there and let them know we have this Black business. African American people can, this is Heritage, Black History Month. People are going to be looking for outfits that are, African design, because most African churches incorporated this thing where they wear, I think they pick one Sunday in the month of February, and then they wear all African outfits. So I'm like, yeah, this is the best time to at least showcase my business on this platform. And I posted it. And up to now, it hasn't been released on the post. Like nobody approved it. It's still sitting there. And I wrote this nice, beautiful thing. Oh, this is the first African business, in the Mall of America, showcasing African culture, clothes, blah, blah, blah. It's still sitting there. And it was really, really shocking for me because, like I said, I had this high expectation of us. I told them, this is us. This is one people, blah, blah, blah. And then that happened. And I'm like, so every time people say these things, you don't want to believe. You don't want to believe it. But the reality is the reality. And for some reason, why I don't know why there's a a line,
Disconnect.
a blood line that probably has been drawn. Like some African Americans feel like the presence of Africans
Mhm.
in America is kind of infringing on their level that they're supposed to reach in this America society.
Talk to him.
We come here and we come here with nothing. A lot
Nothing.
of us come here with nothing.
From the gutters.
I mean, not necessarily the gutters. Some of us live a decent life before coming here. We went
Fair
to
enough.
schools with presidents' kids. We went to school with dignitaries, foreign dignitaries. I went to an all-girls school. And going to that all-girls school before the war in Liberia, that was a prestigious school. Like not everybody just go there. So, but anyways, so we come here with nothing because we had war, and then most times when you're coming to America, you're not gonna bring your all your clothes,
valuables.
all your valuables. You can't.
You don't get that luxury.
Yeah, even if you're allowed to bring 10 suitcases, it cannot bring all the
Not
things.
enough to bring everything.
Thank you. So you're basically coming with nothing to this country. In
Fair
most cases, most of the people who are here from Liberia, they came as refugee because of the war.
Sure.
Some of us, fortunately, we didn't come as refugee, but still, some people had the worst end and they came as refugee, meaning they ran from their country, went to a different country, got immigrated or resettled in America.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they came with a plastic bag. Some of us even came with suitcases directly from Liberia, but we still feel like we left so many things behind that we couldn't bring.
Absolutely.
But we come here, a lot of us come here, some of us come here with degrees, some of us come here without degrees, and we had to start from scratch. A lot of us had to do GED, not GED, but ESM. What is that
ESL?
thing? ESL.
Yeah.
ESL. English for whatever, secondary
second
learning,
language.
something. English as second language. We had to come, even though we were in college before we came here, we had to go to English for second.
Jay Estate says he loves black women.
There you go.
Yeah, but he also cheats on black women. Next one.
So we had to come
She
from
mom speak book again.
She
Go,
must-
Ellen.
she
You
must
really
speak-
know how to fill a place.
Oh Lord. But
Yeah.
we came, we had to start from scratch
Yeah.
and work our way up. There's no shortcut in America.
Right.
I don't think so.
No, there is.
I mean, some people can buy
There's always a
degree.
shortcut.
Some people can buy degree. Now we're finding out that most of the people that went back home for jobs, most of them they bought a degree. Oh, that's a whole tea. But anyways, you have to work from
Yeah,
the
how you
bottom to the top.
Yeah.
And so some of us have come, and the difference is we come here with a mindset. Like you either win or you don't win. A lot of us do.
And
I
a lot
mean,
of us
few
win.
people
Facts.
come and be playing around, but a lot of us come with a motive.
Yeah.
And that motive is to succeed.
Capitalize
Nothing
on
less.
the American dream.
Thank you. And live the American dreams.
Right.
So we don't see how we're infringing on anybody's freedom or
Opportunities.
anybody's opportunity, anybody's way. We come here with no family. Sometimes we come as a single person. No family member. It's only you. You got to figure it out. Imagine living in a world by yourself. That's how it feels a lot of time. But people I don't know where the disconnect is. Hopefully, I think people are learning though. I think people are trying to get to know us more now. I think it will take some time, but Africans,
Got something you want to add on that?
we're very loving people. We love our African American brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And sometimes we sit there and we be like, damn, I wish they knew how much they have, how much opportunity they have in this country, that they could make so much of a difference. And don't get me wrong, there are millions of African Americans that are doing great, that got their life on track and doing excellent things.
Yeah.
But when we see the one or two that is doing the wrong things, and we're like, damn, brother, if you can just go to Africa today and change location, it's going to open your eyes so wide, and you will understand the privilege you have of being an African American in America. But hopefully we can, move past that little dim we have between. But a lot of us love African Americans. We see them as us.
Mm-hmm.
At least for me specifically, I don't see no African American. I see people.
So
that
you see African American, you see regular blacks
Mhm.
as Africans.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Do you think that regular blacks see
No.
themselves as Africans?
No, a lot of them don't. I think the older generation, I think they're taking more pride in.
I want to read this
Read, go
statement
ahead.
as well.
Go ahead.
From Terry Ann says, wow, speaking as a Black American woman, some of our Black American people treat one another that same way. It's like the light colored blacks versus the darker colored blacks. I see beyond.
I used to date a red bone.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
No,
Talk about it.
No, talk about it. Being outside the box, I guess I can't talk in because I used to date a red bone, not because in Minnesota, if you like black women,
Chocolate bees and red.
no, if you like black women, you're gonna date a red bone because dark skinned black women in America, in Minnesota,
Talk about it.
won't date white dudes unless she's African. If she's African, she might date a white dude.
No, that's not true.
No, no, in Minnesota, I only date red bones.
Because that's because I think for you I think for you you're more like in a one man.
Some of them do what? What she say? So some of them do what?
Us do. Some of us do. They did. Yeah, she's saying some of us do. We did white, whatever.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
but Anthony is in his own category. To the women's defense, Anthony, you have your own issues. And we're not gonna air your daily laundry off. You're my buddy. I got you. I got your back.
She's just
but I think sometimes the way you go about it, like I'll say, you know what, we need to get you a wife, so we can't talk too much about it. But we're gonna work on it because sometimes I think you become overbearing.
Yeah, I might be, but hold on, let me say.
You might be. You are.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
You brought me.
I know you.
You want to be on the show?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about you dealing with these women and going as far as couple of days. Because he will call me. Let me tell you a typical Anthony day.
Okay.
Hey, Ellen.
Give us an example.
What's up? Guess what? I met this fine Liberian chick. Oh my God, she's this. Her ass is this. But she's so beautiful. Blah blah blah. We're gonna go on a date. And then 2-3 days later, he's gonna call me. Guess what, Ellen? Why, Anthony?
Ask her if she wants to join.
Oh yeah.
And be like, look at this girl, Ellen. You won't believe what happened. The internet is gonna go far left, and I'm not gonna talk about what. But usually, sometimes it's your fault. Let's just be honest.
Maybe it is. Maybe.
And I told you I have to take you somewhere for somebody to like initiate you in how to handle Black women, African women.
But we're talking about red bones though.
But African women got red bones.
Yeah, I know, but
okay.
but hold on, no. So she used to mainly hang out with like brown skin or dark skin black chicks, and here and there, and she was fine as hell too. Here and there, they would just ditch her ass and just.
Who the red bones would ditch?
No, the red bone girl would get ditched, and then finally one day,
the red bone was probably doing too much, and then the dark skin ones had to leave her because they had the
jealousy.
They had her fucked.
Yeah, or maybe she was getting all the attention because usually that's
part of it because they got that whole paper bag thing.
Yeah, you know about it.
Yeah,
you know about it.
Yeah, but no, hey man, darker chicks are awesome in my opinion.
Okay, so you've had some darker ones too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, the Yoruba, the Nigerian woman, I don't think Nigeria. Wait, unless they're using that damn skin color stuff.
The bleaching cream. Don't even go there because I sell bleaching cream. Okay, we're not going. Yes, I do. I sell everything. I sell skincare products too. But okay, among all the West African women,
y'all want to bleach your skin and get lighter. Y'all hit up Ellen. She can turn you.
Yes, honey. You want to get that flawless skin. Okay.
From here to here.
Feet, hand, everything. We got you.
Hey man,
how much is the product? How much is it?
We have different categories of cream. We have the glowing products, which is for dark skin people who just want to glow and shine the natural color. Okay. That one does not bleach. Then we have the brightening products. That one is definitely what it's saying. That's what it does. That's what it do to people because we have a lot. So the brightening one is for people who maybe used to be light skin and then they lost their complexion because of hardship or 10 million divorces or stress.
Sounds like hardship.
And they want to get their color back. That's for them. Or somebody who want to just tune their skin a little bit more.
Whatever happened to eating fruit?
Then whatever. And we're just going to make it faster. And then those who want to be lighter, we got the whitening products for them. You guys can hit me up after the live. Just let me know what you want. I'll fix you up. But I want to ask Anthony a question.
Oh yeah, on social media.
Yes.
Ask the question.
So of all the West African women you've dated,
I've only dated like 10 of them.
Okay, only.
My parents don't date white.
That's pretty good for a white boy. But let me ask my question though. Of all the 10, how many have you really knocked?
How many have you cracked?
You know what knock is?
Yeah, I know what knack means. Come on now. 3.
3? That's not bad. 3 out of 10.
Hold on. 3. Yeah, 3. I slept with 3 African women.
And that's in a total of how many years?
10. So I'm not a player. I'm not a Mac daddy, you know.
So in 10 years, you have only 3. That's like a loser to me.
Oh, right. I'm not the best with women.
I'm just saying, yo, because I mean,
that's not a loser to me.
Your game is not
That's
tight.
not a loser
To me, it's a loser.
You're shooting 30%. Steph Curry shoots 30% in the NBA.
No,
Liberian
that's
chicks
a
are
loser.
crazy though, man. They're beautiful.
So okay, so then the next question I have is: so among the 3, how many is Liberian?
I've never messed with a Liberian chick.
No, you never knocked a Liberian chick yet?
Hold on. I've slept with a girl that's half Liberian. No, Liberian.
Okay,
Liberian girls don't really like
listen.
that. They don't date interracial.
Among the 3 girls, how many of them are Liberians? None. Okay, but then
4. Wait, 4.
So the 4. One in Liberia is the one that made it 4.
Yeah, and when she was half. She was
when
half
you went to Liberia.
She was a Naja woman.
Okay.
So
that doesn't count.
No, it counts because if I got, that's like me saying that I slept with an Asian and she's half black and half Asian. That's an Asian woman.
Okay, all right then. If you want,
okay, so basically among the 4 women you slept with half Liberian. Okay, we get it.
No, only one.
You slept with half woman.
She was half Liberian. Yeah, so
yeah, you gotta count it.
But then we need to. I need to work.
That's like if I put the tip in, I fucked. Okay.
Oh, I need to work harder. I need to get a wife or girlfriend for my brother.
But you said I got mental health issues or whatever.
I did not say that.
Everybody got mental health issues.
You're fine.
You know what? But you hang with me a lot, Ellen. So for a bit.
Okay, so Ellen, let's ask you: do you like white men?
I've never dated a white man before.
Never.
Have
they approached you?
I think so. In Liberia, way back when I was in Liberia.
What white people was in Liberia?
Lebanese people, Lebanese boys. Those are the ones that are there. Those Lebanese.
Yeah,
I mean, we consider them white there.
I'm about to say that's not really white though.
Yeah, but that's what we call them there. But there was Lebanese when I was in Liberia.
I'm talking about a man from the Caucasus
But in America here, I don't think so.
So they haven't even approached you, or you just haven't given them the time? Because I'm pretty positive that you've gotten approached by white people.
I mean, I can tell sometimes they come in the store there because, the more giving more access to different people from all over the world. And sometimes I can see them trying to spark a conversation, but I can just look at them and be like, I want somebody who is rich. I don't want
rich.
Yeah.
White people are rich?
I mean, the ones that have been coming in there, I can smell money when I see it.
Okay, well, what is rich to you? Let's start there. What is
somebody
rich?
who has a really hefty bank account?
Okay. Well, how much?
Financial
What's
rich,
a hefty bank account? What does that mean?
Financial rich is what I mean. Not rich in beauty or rich in whatever. You gotta be not rich in your pants, but rich in your pocket. Like you have to have
what
money.
does that number equate to? How much money does somebody have to be rich?
We're talking about at least
10,000
million.
10 million.
Yeah.
So if I have 9 million, I'm broke.
You're not broke, but that's kind of like my bench line.
See how they
be with a white man.
See how high the standards they are.
Out of pocket.
Because I mean, I'm worth that much. So why should I go lower?
I
mean, I respect that.
Yeah, I respect that too. But
I respect
my business right now, if I do the math and everything, my assets that I have as a woman, singly by myself, I'm worth more than $10 million.
So do you understand?
So I have to going forward in my life. By the way, I'm single, just so you know.
Clap on that too.
By the way, yeah, you need to clap for that, right?
Yeah, you need to. That's a major clap.
By the way, I'm single.
Hey, can you turn the lights off? You turn the lights off in here.
What?
Can you yeah?
Why the light going off?
Oh, we gonna close the show early.
Oh my! That's crazy. By the way, I'm single. Okay, I'm single. Oh, I'm single with a hall full of kids, but I'm single.
Sorry.
And I got older kids, but so I'm taking my time right now.
We're gonna figure it out with the kids. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, so I'm available for a rich man. You can be Liberian, but you gotta be rich. Yeah.
$9 million rich.
Yeah, we'll manage with that. And what else? Yes.
I respect that.
Very single. Very single.
I respect.
So yeah, but we need to work on getting somebody for answering it because I get tired taking all the calls. Hey,
Mm.
what are you doing? Somebody needs to take my place in his life.
she called me today. She called me
When
today.
I know,
So
I needed you to
wanted
talk
me
with
to
me.
come.
So today's the only exception.
Wait, no, and then
I
the
call
time
him every time.
the time before too.
I call you all the time.
Okay, so wait, so it's like
So I mean, calling as in, guess what? This chick. Guess what? That chick. Guess what? This chick. That's what I mean.
Oh.
So yeah.
you do it about.
Y'all got a question for us, people? If y'all got a question, leave your comments. We're gonna answer them.
So,
Yeah, we got one right here.
oh, they got a question here. Okay. This is from Mariatu. She says, "How will you know they have that amount in the bank?"
And we'll start from talking. We're gonna start from talking. I'm gonna smell them and smell money on them, and then I will
smell
get
money.
interested in talking to them. When we start talking, then the conversation will go from there. We're gonna know. This time around, we're not hiding. We're not trying to assume. We're gonna make sure we see where I'm too old for this. Okay.
So you're gonna ask financially inquisitive questions.
I'm 46. I'll be 46 next month, and I mean, I'm looking good. I'm a good. Everything about me, I'm a full package. That is a yes to that. So if I'm gonna be like trying to get to spend the rest of my life with somebody, but actually I don't want to be married until I'm 50. So we got 40.
Wait till 50?
Yeah, we got no, you don't have to wait. We can be dating. We can be dating, we can be traveling, we can be building our own thing together. But don't put a ring on my finger until I'm 50 years old. Yes, I've been there, done that. I just want to chill and just lay back.
I mean, yeah, if you've been there and done that already,
Yeah,
so it's a little different. So.
Yes, you see what I'm saying? So we got to build this wealth together. You got to be like ready to make money. You got to be ready to make me happy. And it should be about me, and us, but me first and then us, like stuff like that.
You should.
I love it.
Explain.
So,
your country gets like
Kwame, what do you think? If I may ask you a question.
Yes. Go ahead.
How do you perceive African Americans' relationship with Africans?
Regular blacks are a piece of shit.
Oh my God. What's wrong with him?
Yeah. Just making sure y'all are fully aware.
African Americans in
African Americans, jigaboos, monkey grabbers, goddamn pixie dancers, blackface, stealing the white man's air.
Oh Lord. Okay. Just take a step back and just calm down.
Okay. How do I feel about black people? How they feel about Africans?
Yeah. What do you perceive? Like, what do you think?
I mean, they're haters. They're haters on a lot of the, I don't want to say advancements, but a lot of the abilities that Africans have garnered to capitalize on them being in the United States in a short period of time. They feel some type of way about it. Okay. But that's like somebody coming into your backyard and whooping your ass and taking your basketball. You're gonna feel some type of way about somebody doing that in your backyard.
How about you use the scenario of somebody coming in your backyard and building a beautiful garden, not whipping your ass? Like you've been having this yard all this.
Yeah, you're still gonna be jealous about.
Yeah, I prefer that analogy.
I mean, yeah, I came into your backyard.
We don't come here and whip the asses. We just come here and just run, nonstop. We're developing ourselves and our livelihood.
Yeah, and they feel some type of way about it.
Right.
Because you were here for 30 years and maybe didn't do half as much as somebody did in 10. And they came and became a millionaire, got their own business started. Their kids are on path to be doctors, lawyers, physicians. And, you're still mad about white people not letting you park your car somewhere and blaming racism on white people. It's a lot of factors, but I also understand like niggas didn't know that I'm African in the first place. When they look at me, they think that I'm regular black. But my family is fully Liberian. So I don't have the mentality that regular blacks have where they are consistently frozen by racism.
Marginalized, yeah.
And when something happens, they immediately attribute it to racism. I get pulled over. Black people, regular black people, they automatically, oh, he's racist. He pulled me over. Yeah, he probably is. But we're going to internalize that differently. You're going to remember Jim Crow. You're going to remember slavery. You're going to remember redlining. You're going to remember your family who got shot. Rosa Parks. You're going to remember Martin Luther King. You're going to remember everything that happened and attribute that to you in that situation immediately because you don't want racism to happen back to you again. Yeah, you know, you're. It's a deeper battle when you get pulled over by the police, being a black from the United States. Versus an African who gets pulled over where, yeah, it probably is racism, but they don't give a fuck. They're looking at it like, oh, he's just doing his job. Yeah. When no, he's probably profiling you. He probably thought you were a black person riding around. But again, like you said, white people can tell the difference between Africans.
I can. Not all.
I don't think a police officer is driving and see a black person in a car and say, "Hey, that's African." Or
no,
that's African American.
I think after they come in contact with them.
When they come in contact, maybe when we're articulating stuff, then they're like, okay,
either talking or face your facial, you're looking at you closely,
right? And then when they pull us over, the first thing for me, at least, I think about, oh God, what did I do now? Did I cross? I start looking for fault in myself. I don't start to think about, oh, because I'm black, that's why he pulling me over. So
you start to do what a white person will regularly do, which is think, why they pulled me over? Yeah. I did something wrong.
Looking for my fault.
Versus when you're black and you get pulled over, this fucking cop about to come over here and fuck with me.
But one day I felt that way though. I felt that way. I was going home. I stayed at work till like 11.
And wait, Girly says that's not true. What's not true? What's not true, Girly?
Girly, expand on what you mean. But I remember I was going home one day. I stayed at the mall so late. And by the time I live in St. Michael. So by the time I got home, it was like 12 something. I'm driving. And then I got pulled over. I'm like, this stupid bitch think I'm not, she think I shouldn't be in this kind of neighborhood. Because it's predominantly white neighborhoods. No, she think I'm not supposed to be in this neighborhood. Why this black woman is here, blah, 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 blah. And then she put me, she's like, ma'am, do you know your light is off? I was like, no. Really? Where? And I started to look for my light.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I felt that way instantaneously when she put me on, like, oh, she think I'm not supposed to be here 12 o'clock because it's white neighborhood. So I felt, prejudiced a little bit, but I get what you're saying when it comes to African American. It's almost like a flashback. And that is something that I think it is up to individual. So make a change about that. It's an individual based thing.
It is, but because it's a very majority.
Yeah, it's a majority. It's like a whole community of people who feel that way instantaneously when they're pulled over. But, accountability is something that we all need to take into consideration because you cannot keep blaming. You have to find a time and say, you know what, enough of this. It's time that I do something different.
Right.
And see how that plays out. We can't continuously say, oh, we're marginalized. Our family were taken from Africa. We were brought here as slaves and we're discriminated against. We're, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's been how many years later? I know people will say, oh, it's just happened recently in the 60s. But yeah, Yeah,
no, that's pretty, it's still.
At least they should, if it's pretty recent, but at least the older folks should be more affected. I don't think the younger generation should be so deep into it and not trying to change the trajectory of it and find some other way to go about it. That's how I feel.
Girly says that what's not true is that African Americans are haters towards Africans. I'm not going too deep into the conversation, but we technically have an issue with each other and anyone that looks like us. I don't know about that.
So she kind of saying it like it's a self-hate.
I mean, so we have to understand first that white people, Anthony, they pitted blacks and Africans against each other. White people pitted blacks and Africans against each other because obviously white people made Africans the bottom of the totem pole in the U.S. So while making them the bottom of the totem pole, yeah, but you also gave natives reparations. So,
kind of tried to. It didn't really work.
I know them. I know a couple of them getting $30,000 a month. for the rest of their life.
Right.
Some of them reservations are like third world.
But honestly, like what he's
That's fine.
saying,
Give me $30,000 a month. And
that
we'll
is
figure out
so
the rest.
true. They put us against each other. That's a good point there.
And when they pitted you against each other, when they pitted Africans versus blacks against each other, they let blacks, regular blacks, at least feel like, hey, you're here and Africans are here, because they're coming from a third world country and they talk funny and they eat different food than you. You're better than the Africans, at least. And they stink. They're African booty scratchers. They made that scenario. So when Africans came here, blacks felt like they're above them, while Africans came here and they were hoping to be embraced by blacks. They were coming here, looking at Michael Jackson videos of 50 Cent and G-Unit and all type of stuff.
Right.
And they wanted to, they were ready to embrace black culture and just be a part of it and think it's so fun and cool. While blacks were like, man, get your weird ass away from me. You're weird. You smell funny. You eat different food. And so the love wasn't reciprocated the way that it should have been to embrace a foreigner who's coming here with nothing to literally try to learn everything.
Yeah.
But can I add to that though? I don't think. Well, at least my family is very diverse. Okay, so I come from very when my grandfather, my uncles would use racial slurs to offend my grandparents, to piss them, because my grandfather would kick you out of his house if you use the N-word. If you use the N-word, you'd be out. He'd kick you out of his house. So not all of us were like that, but one thing.
My ex was white and she used the N-word every time we had sex. But continue.
Oh my God.
That I've heard about dudes like you doing that stuff. That, but okay, that just totally.
No, continue. Saying grandfather would kick people out.
But are you sure that, I don't think that like white politicians and people in power like, well, hey, we'll let these Africans be below the black people. I don't know.
You don't think that?
I don't know if that maybe they did that, but how can black not even black people? I'm just going to say Americans.
You don't think that they
hold on. How can Americans in general, and this is my opinion, we might look at these Africans and look down on them and fuck them fucking people. They come from a third world country and all that. But Africans, same with Asians, right? Come here. Half these, like the Ghanaian man right there, his family probably didn't even speak English, right? But they come here, they're able to go get diplomas, they go to college, they do better than most Americans. Especially, they do better than most Americans in our neighborhood that we come from. Immigrants do better than most. So, so I disagree with they come here.
That doesn't change what the white man's plot was for.
It might have been his plot, but his plot definitely failed. Because
his plot works amazingly.
No, because these Africans are coming here and they're running things. They're doctors.
You gotta understand, that's not the plot is not for them to not come here and run things. The plot is for them to come here and not mesh with the blacks. Because when they don't mesh with the blacks that are here,
then we don't become more powerful
as a unit.
Right.
You're still here fighting for your people back home, sending money to your people back home versus you Mexican
too. The Mexicans.
Yeah, but they also don't have a powerful base community here that they can run shit with in the US. So the goal should be to come to the US, have a community in the US like the Jewish community. They run shit here.
Okay.
And they can send money back home and be good with their families that are back in Jerusalem or in Israel because they have money and they have a community here. Solid foundation. But when you come here and you're not allowed to build a solid foundation because your communities are at a rift with each other and don't think they should be dealing with each other, you don't formulate that. You don't spend your money together. You don't build businesses together. You don't team up together.
You don't think about moving back to Africa together.
Okay.
So when they can make sure you don't team up together, your money's separated here. Versus the white people who come together and their money stays here. The Asian people come together and their money stays here. And it grows and it grows and it grows and it stays in their community. And they all get rich and they all become powerful.
And they can be hurt.
You become powerful. You become powerful. You become powerful. You become powerful. You
individuals.
Individuals versus a community.
Yep.
And power doesn't work that way. So power like this is way more powerful than power there. And they broke that up.
A collection of power.
Their power.
They do that though. They did the Irish people too. But I'm just saying it.
But the Irish people came together eventually.
Good point. But Okay, wait, hold on. If you're gonna say that, this is gonna be real cutthroat.
Come on.
All right. So you can sit here and cry about racism here, right? I get it.
Mhm.
Don't the judicial system, the housing, loaning black people money for houses, the all of that, especially the judicial system, tongue tied. But so this is where I kind of call, in a way, hypocrite because I've heard about. Okay, so I asked the dude because I'm military. He was missing a finger, right? And I'm using him example. If he sees it, he's gonna know who I'm talking about. But he was missing a finger, and I go, dude, are you EOD? Did you?
Can you put ice in here, Chief?
Did he get mad at what I'm saying?
No, he's
okay.
getting ice.
Okay, so he said, "Are you EOD?" I said, "Are you EOD?" Because I thought he was former military. He said, "No." He goes, "What happened was in Liberia during the war, they came looking for my parents. My parents were already able to evacuate." This was when he was like 8 years old. They said, "Where are your parents?" And they put his hand on the table, and they said, "Where are you?"
Fine.
And they chopped his finger off because of a different tribe. Now, so you can say, but so it happens everywhere you go.
But it's different when it's happening because of power structures for people not based on race. Go to China. There's going to be Chinese people fighting over stuff who are all Chinese, and they're fighting for power. But nobody in power is preventing you from doing what you should be able to do because of your race and my race, because of me wanting to maintain it purely because of my race is better than yours. They're fighting because they're fighting for power. I'm Chinese. I want this power. I don't want you to have it because of this power. Not I'm fighting. There's the small little things of I'm Chinese and I'm Japanese, and and I'm from the south side. You're from this side, and those little dichotomies. That's
different.
That always happens. But from a global racial standpoint of separating somebody from elevating due to race,
putting people against each other,
aspect transcended around the globe.
Right.
So you don't think that them wanting to kill that young man's parents and chopping his finger off because he came from a different tribe?
That's tribal.
That's
like a
tribalism.
tribalism.
Yeah.
Tribalism and racism are very similar.
That's like watching Sons of Anarchy and saying that you watch Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, I love the show. Yeah.
Okay, so the gangs are fighting because the gangs are at war, and it's just gang fighting for power. It's not really gang fighting because we hate you because of your skin complexion and you're white and you can't be over here. But no, it's really power that they're fighting for. So the tribal thing is really power. It's not white and you're black. You're not coming over here because we don't want your kind to ever ascend. It's not a kind or racial thing when it comes to your same people fighting. It's a power thing at that point.
Right.
We're fighting over power.
Okay.
White people fight because they want race to win every single time. We're not letting you over here because you're black. We're not letting you over here because you're Asian. We're not letting you over here because you're Indian. They're doing it because of race. So when they continue to separate our black race from the African race, it's not because they don't think that it's about a color thing. They know it's a color thing, and they don't want the blacks getting along together because the money, the number one consumers of finance in the U.S. are black people. They're the most powerful dollar in the U.S. And if we can come together and save our money properly and build businesses together, white people won't control black people anymore. They won't be able to because they'll have enough money in their own communities.
Yes, Anthony.
To pay for their own communities, to have great funding for programs to get their kids out of impoverished schools, put better books in there, be in better cars, get better doctor facilities, just live better lives in general.
Yeah,
and they'll never let that happen. That's why they killed Malcolm X. Malcolm X wanted that very same thing. He was fighting Malcolm X and Martin Luther King were fighting for the same thing but different paths.
Right.
Malcolm was ready to go to war for it. Martin Luther King wanted peace for it. They both believed stay in your community, raise your people, get good money, and have an individual-based community with all black people with jobs who all work together to build their community extremely wealthy and build businesses. And white people were not going to let that happen, so they shut it down. That's why white people destroyed Black Wall Street. That's why they destroyed black communities. That's why they didn't let black people get houses from redlining, because money is in the houses.
Yeah, they wouldn't give loans to black people.
Why would we? That's money. Why would we let you get money
So make you powerful.
The most important factor that I've learned from white people, and y'all can listen, that I heard, as to why they won't give black people a lot of opportunity to like have money here is because why would we give people the opportunity to be wealthy in a country that we can't get rid of you? Any other race of people here in the US, white people can send them back. If they really want to, they can get rid of Mexicans, send them back to Mexico. They can get rid of Asians, they can send them back to whatever Asian country they came from, Laos, Thailand, China, they can get rid of Asians. If they had Indians here, they can go send Indians back to India. But black people, they brought us here as slaves, and they had to allow them to stay here and wrote amendments for them to be able to stay here.
Right.
And since they cannot get rid of you, they can't send black people to Africa because they don't have a place.
So send you back to, right.
They can't send black people anywhere. So if I can't send you anywhere, I can't allow you to grow.
You can send the African American back
in my continent because you will overthrow us. You will become wealthier than us. And if you become wealthier, more powerful than us in our own country, where are we going to send you? Nowhere. And black people aren't sending money back to Africa. They're not going to send money back home to Liberia or Nigeria when they build that money up for them to be able to do anything back in Africa.
Well, I got a friend that Winfred. He's paid for a dude to go to school.
See, but Winfred's also connected back with his roots.
Yep, he has a root.
Talk about every black.
We're talking about the African American community. Like where are they gonna go? But I like the fact that the older generation, at least the ones that are probably like in their 60s, 70s, they're really trying to make it a priority to go back home. Like to go, especially Ghana. A lot of them are fascinated about Ghana because Ghana has done a lot of good promo for the country and put the country out there like this is the best part of Africa you need to come to. Not taking anything away from Ghana, but so a lot of African American, if you ask them, where have you been to Africa? And they say yes. You say where? They'll say Ghana. They come in the store in my store a lot. Yeah, but now Ghana is getting really popular amongst African American because Ghana has done, like I said, a lot of good work when it comes to their image, public image. So a lot of people are going there, and I think they've incorporated some programs that, they call it, I think the resettlement program. So Africans, they're giving you opportunities to buy land in Africa, in Ghana specifically. They have this area where Black Americans are allowed to go there and buy at least a lot or two and build their houses there. So a lot of them are, interested in going back. I don't know so much about the younger generation of African American, but I know a few of them once in a while will say something like that. Yeah, I would like to go. But the older ones, they're going there a lot, or at least they're, have been there. So things are changing. And what I noticed also when it comes to the diversity of African American, the older ones are more into Africa versus the younger ones. Especially if you find a younger person, there'll be probably like a college student that probably read something and want to go see it.
Yeah.
About Africa. But most of the people who talk about going back to Africa or learning or doing things with Africa is the older generation of African American. That's what at least I know and I have observed. But the rest of them is like, what? Africa? I don't know. You mean Africa? No, Africa is a continent, first of all. So you got to figure out where you want to go.
There's a lot of beautiful places in Africa.
Beautiful places.
Is one of them. It's in Africa.
Yeah. But we want to go to the Africa part.
So you talk about so part of this, you would like to see Blacks and Africans be able to come together better, right?
They should be. They're the same.
Okay, so with that, then why don't you tell people about your country? Because your country kind of links it together. I mean, your country links.
Because I'm not a
activist.
Liberia is America in a way.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
Liberia is America in a way.
I'm not a mega TV.
How many people are following you on the social media platform? That you could just do a little bit.
I mean, we know, and we talk.
See, somebody said the older ones want to trace their, their roots.
But they don't want to. But that's the thing. They want to trace the roots as they get to age 35 and 40, and you spent 35 years of your life not involving yourself with your real roots.
Right.
But now on the back end of your non-youthful years, you're gonna contribute, which may be more beneficial. Your years of money and where actually you can benefit and do something, but you can't reach the younger masses. It's tougher for you to reach the next wave of people to teach them. You're not gonna affect 40, 35 and 40-year-olds and make them change their mindsets of how they should be incorporated.
Well, it starts with the older generation.
Start with them.
The older generation has a responsibility to at least educate the younger generation of African American the importance of them connecting with the roots and getting to know just those little fundamental things they need to know. The importance of going back to the motherland and experiencing that.
Where are you from?
St. Paul, Minnesota.
No. You're Irish, German.
Okay, so I'm mainly Irish. Okay,
gotcha.
But I really don't. It's crazy because I could tell you. This is weird. I could tell you more. I know, that Ghanaians and Cameroonians and Nigerians and Benyans speak Pidgin, and I know that you guys.
What do you mean Pidgin? How do you speak Pidgin? Say one Pidgin word for us.
Huh?
Say something in Pidgin.
They speak it differently. So if you're talking to here, I want to tell you a crazy fun fact. Okay, so it's how do I know more about your?
Can you just say something in Pidgin, please?
So when you're
that's what I was gonna say. That's what I'm gonna get at.
Well, because you know why? It's my attraction to black women. So I have to. If I'm attracted to her, I gotta learn. Yeah, I gotta learn who she is.
So give us a line in Pidgin.
So if you, so I recently found this out, right? So if you're talking to a Nigerian woman, you say "How on a day." Right?
How on a day?
How on a day?
Okay.
Yeah. So you're talking to a.
So then, what are you gonna say for a Sierra Leone woman?
See, they speak French.
No, Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone's right next
no, it's Pidgin.
They speak French, I think.
No, they speak Pidgin. It's how you not there. That's what it sounds like to me. I think no Nigerians.
So can I continue? So if you're gonna talk to a Ghanaian, you say, "How dare?"
Oh. Really?
Yeah, but
how they?
That's true.
But now you.
That's true.
How you did?
So he's taking one of your bitches.
You said,
right
"Wait
now.
a minute."
Wait a minute. So the Cameroonians.
I told you gotta go back to that. You said what now?
The Cameroonians have it the best though that you can translate their broken English is "How you day?"
Okay.
They say, "How's your day?"
Okay. What about Liberians?
I don't know.
What? And you?
I hang with y'all, but y'all's Pidgin or no, you don't even call it
colloquial.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Really?
Like, your head's clean past my. Pick this up. What? Huh? Remember you said that? Your head's clean past mine. Pick this up. Your hands are clean past mine. What do you mean? Come on, Lego. Like I was Lego, my ego. Lego's toys. Now let's go. Lego. I'm not offending you, am I? I'm not.
Wait a minute. Can you just say my hair? What did you say? My hair clean past what is?
Your hands clean past mine. Remember you said that?
Past mine.
Oh, this man.
I washed my hands 16 days.
No, because we were.
Your hair clean past mine.
No, she had food on her hands. She had to pick some. But this man.
Creole. The Sierra Leoneans speak Creole.
Yeah, Creole.
Mariutu said, "How are you?" is how you did.
And she's from,
Sierra Leone.
So
is that lady saying I'm right?
She's from Sierra Leone, so it's how you did. Yeah, that's why I said how you not there or how you did.
Sierra Leone speak Pidgin?
Yes.
Oh, well, thumbs up to
them.
them.
They speak Creole, but it's Pidgin too.
Oh, okay.
They're right next door to Liberia.
Yeah, we the one who speak our own thing. We're very unique.
So Sierra Leone is the United Kingdom's version of Liberia.
How?
Because
I
believe Sierra Leone.
I can't knock that.
I think Sierra Leone is freed United Kingdom slaves that were sent back there. So Freetown was actually a city before Monrovia. Whether or not whatever country came first.
I don't think you want to go there because you have no idea what you said.
I read it.
Yes. Okay.
He read it. Now prove him wrong.
How you not there?
Prove him wrong.
I'm not trying to be offensive.
Is there? How
No.
You
you are. We are on a show where we are all learning everybody and everything. But I want to go back to the question about you and your Irish culture.
It's boring, man.
I didn't say it's. I didn't say it's not
You
boring.
want some potatoes? Hey, I'll tell you this. So, you want to know something about the Irish history that you probably didn't know? So, actually, African Americans have more in common with St. Patrick's Day than you'd think, because
Tell me more.
St. Patrick, if I'm not mistaken, was a slave, right? And he escaped his Ireland he was a slave in Ireland, and he escaped, and he went and he learned about Christianity. And then, for whatever it has to say, there's been slaves since the biblical times, right? It's just what it is. So certain cultures treated slavery with a lot more respect. So he went back to Ireland because he realized that what he did was wrong as a slave. He should have bought his freedom. So he went back. So he learned about Christianity, and he went back to Ireland and did his slave master right, paid for his freedom, but then told the rest of the Irish people about Christianity, and that the three-leaf clover actually is a symbol of the Holy Trinity, which is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. So anybody, St. Patrick's Day is not for
Drinking,
it was never intended that way, and it was
cracking bitches with skirts.
Yeah, and it wasn't to get drunk. But it's actually to represent. I mean, to show respect to the saint who bought. Quit laughing over there. So yeah, so there you did you know?
I'm laughing in the comments,
I did not.
man.
Yeah, so
I did not. St. Patrick's Day is a holiday that's
and St. Patrick was a slave.
Celebrated.
He was that's
by a lot of non-black people, so I don't really celebrate it that much.
Well, you can, because do you have Christian fundamentals?
I do.
All right, then there you go. Are you Catholic? Especially Catholic. I'm not.
No.
Okay, but still, the three-leaf clover is the Holy Trinity: the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Learning something every day.
I don't know why. Because I'm Irish. I want to.
Sierra Leone is British English. Liberia is American. You've got a lot going on in Sierra Leone, mate.
That's Mariam. She's from Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
You've got a little Idris Elba in you.
Oh, Anthony knows how to speak pidgin a lot.
A little bit.
Give us some, Anthony.
No.
Here's some.
Yeah, give us some.
Go ahead.
I just said that how on a day here.
That's it.
That's it.
Dude,
How on a day?
wait.
What would you
I
tell
know
the
there's
girl?
another one.
You want to hear the lecture I get?
Yep, the lecture you get. Yep. Tell us what lecture they get.
What did they
In
tell you?
pidgin. Man, I'm gonna get my tire slashed for this one. I don't care. How on a day, eh? Yeah, we talk small, I beg, yeah. I don't see you look at the Liberians Nyash, yeah. You know they have no Oyibo Petty, yeah. Oyibos make them vex, yeah.
No, I can't.
So we did not well. So we did not well. So before I go back to where I'm from, you must learn to speak pidgin small. And stay away from these black Americans, these Akatas and Liberians. They're no good. They have no culture.
Yeah.
Damn! Anthony! Woohoo!
That's the clip we're using to start off the segment.
Oh my goodness, Anthony, that was really good though. That was really good. That was really good.
Now I get every time I walk into a nightclub.
I've got some good Irish that I got too.
The Gaelic? Is that what they speak?
Irish, she said.
Gaelic, that's their language. Well, wait, it got suppressed. They weren't allowed to speak Gaelic. Yeah.
I actually been to Ireland.
You have?
Yeah.
But didn't they not speak Gaelic?
Dublin. I was in Germany. And then
I am having a lot of fun on this podcast.
yeah, we
wait till we leave.
did some travel.
And we start getting some hate email.
That's all right. That's part of the game.
I mean, it's just a
But they talk really different over there too. You know, I'm talking to guys, and I'm going to the airport. It's a cool but different type of way to like talk.
Different.
And they're they're all. I want to get their accent. I'm running down. You've got a lot coming up here. Your people are coming. If you want to get a drink, you want to get a left right here. Keep going straight. Keep going down. It's a lot.
You sound like a freaking Indian man. You're getting closer to the Indian accent,
That's
but we'll
Indian.
take that. That's okay.
Why don't
Sounds
you do?
Indian?
You
You
need
try.
to impersonate your Irish.
Well, that's what I thought.
Well, how am I supposed to?
That's the
Well,
Dublin.
he did it.
The
You
Dublin
asked me to
man.
impersonate African.
No.
So
You've got a Dublin man.
You-
You've got a little bit of that. It's a little bit of an English here. You've got to practice it.
do you eat
No
Lucky
way.
Charms too?
See?
Are they magically delicious?
He has a gold pot too.
Wait, you do it now. I want to hear you impersonate.
No. I never said I could.
Well, give it a shot.
No
We're practicing
Hey,
here. It's
money.
a safe space.
money. You got money.
Oh, that's
That- I
crazy
mean,
what I'm
the-
talking about.
Wait. So you were saying, so you've only been with 4 African women, but you see, did you hear how she needs a millionaire? And that's how a lot of these West African.
How is that your problem? You can ask for
So
women
no,
that got money
that's
too.
a typical West African woman. She needs a millionaire.
Well, I mean, we gotta cut our code according to our measurements. Now we did a lot of broke people, poor people, nothing people with nothing.
Oh, and this is
And
another.
Been
so-
there, done that.
Been there, done that. Why do it again? Especially when I've struggled and put myself to this area that I'm in. I have to protect my space.
Oh, and-
Everybody that I've dated, let me tell you what have happened in the last 3 years. Well, 4 years. The two guys, shoot, I got this pee in my back. The 2 men that I dated in the last 5 years total, and these were committed relationships. The first one, we were together for 2 years. Guess what he did?
what do you do?
Have sex with your
he-
sister.
He forged my signature and got a $40,000 machine in my name. Guess what happened?
What kind of
He-
machine?
Printing machine to print t-shirts and stuff. A guy in our Liberian community called Jamil. He's a fraud.
$40,000 machine.
Yeah. He came, asked me to co-sign, to be a co-signer because he lost his job. Oh, baby, I want to keep doing something. Help me, blah, blah, blah. And I co-signed. He came to my store and I
You didn't even
co-signed.
know what it was?
I knew what it was. We talked to the people over the phone and everything. I knew what it was. I was co-signing.
Okay.
And then he walked out of my store and got a whole different application and made me the prime loaner. The only loaner. Okay? Jamil Ali. You can Google him. He's a fraud.
Did he get locked up?
It's a long story, bro. It's a
Okay.
long story.
Alright.
So that was that, right?
Yeah.
And then we go to court. I sue him. I took him to court. Guess what this man is asking for? Because I'm suing him now. He's asking for half of my business.
Ouch.
Cause guess what he said? So when I started my business, I met him about 6 years into my business, maybe 5 years into my business when I already had the business. But then I was selling skincare products. That's when I started with the skincare products. And I used to put them in like regular plastic cup like this. You know, the regular plastic takeaway plastic.
Yeah, you put your products in there.
Yeah, I
You
used
sold
to
them like that?
Yeah, I used to put them in the little rubber container.
Okay.
So then I'm like, I was like, you know what? I wanted to be really like
Classic.
classy, presentable, like a regular full, packaged product. So it can have some value, to it with label and everything. So he's like, oh, I know how to do it, blah, blah, blah. And I pay him to do it. But then when I pay him to do the prototype, fine, it was nice. I liked it. Fast forward, everything turned out right. And I was going to launch the product. So by that time, I borrowed him some money, so he needed to pay me back. So he paid me back because I kept bugging him, like, I need this money to get the products. Long story short, got the products. He saw how the products were selling, and he just kept complaining, oh, I'm helping you, blah, blah, blah. I need to be part of this, blah, 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 blah. And like when I said pressure, he's very manipulative. Pressure me to go and put this business in both of us' names.
By pressuring you, you mean gave you some more penis. Continue.
No, I mean it was more. It was more because it was not all that in the bedroom. But what it was
Oh man, come on now.
like he's very manipulative and he's a narcissistic. So he messed with my head so much. I've heard people
You
talk
said
about.
he gave you head so much?
Yeah, he gave me hair. That's all he was good at. But I've heard people talk about narcissistic people and narcissism, but I never experienced it until I met this guy. Like he was so manipulative. Like he pushed me into going to the registry, the downtown, to go re-register that business. For some reason, it got us so good. Like
What do you
I
mean
went there.
registered? What was it?
So the business was
Correct.
in my name fully,
Yeah.
right? So I was going down to alter my documentation and put it in both of us as partners. Yes.
That's some good dick.
It wasn't about the dick. I'm telling you, this man is
I don't
this man was
what else it is.
this man was very manipulative. You have no idea. And I'm a very smart woman.
Mm.
that at least I thought I was or I am. And still I feel like this.
Mhm.
But for some reason, this man was so manipulative to the point that
Melissa said, "Get your head out the gutter."
tell me about it.
Talking
I
to
think
you.
you're talking to you.
It's talking to no. It's talking
Oh,
to you.
talking to you.
Talking
She's
to
talking
you.
to you.
Melissa, who are you talking to?
She's talking to you.
Don't talk to me.
And so I went there and I took the first form and I filled it out and I put his name there and everything. And I took a picture and I sent it to him. I'm like, this is it. Look right. That's how much this man had the manipulation over me. I said, this look right. He said yes. And for some reason, God, thank
Said,
you.
You, sir. Block her. Block that page.
For some reason, I never filed the paper. I never filed the paper for some reason.
Never found it.
I just tore it and walked out.
That same day while you were there?
That same
After you
day.
took a picture and showed him?
And sent it to him.
Like, hey, this is it.
Something said this is not right, Ellen. And I just rip it and I
And you're
walk
about
out.
to add him as part of your business?
Partner.
Like,
So many years later, when I came after him about using my signature, then he in his counter suit, that was part of his counter suit, that he has share in my business and I need to back pay him for all those years. You won't believe this man had the copy of that picture that I sent to him. That's what he was presenting to the court.
somebody said you played him very well.
And no, it wasn't even. It was God. It was God. Honestly, it was God, because I don't even know what the hell how I walked out of that place without doing it. But fast forward, I brought the original documentation, and he wasn't a shareholder. He wasn't a
Right.
partner. So of course, the job died. Fast forward, the guy that I was married to just 2 years ago, when I
Black or white?
Black, African, Liberian. So I told him I put him for divorce, like over.
Both of these men were Liberian?
Yes. Over 2 years ago, I put him for divorce. Like a year and a half ago, I put him for divorce. We've been separated for a year and a half, but nobody really knew like that. But whatever. So I put him for divorce.
Said, Whew, I'm sorry you went through this.
Oh yes. So after I put him for divorce, we went for the first hearing, and then the judge like, why did you guys not do it like the amicable way? You know, dissolution of marriage without children. It's easier. You do that, it's boom, you go 6 weeks, you're gone. But he said he wasn't making himself available. So fast forward, the judge said, you guys go do that paper. Trying to get him to do it. He's not making himself available. So I end up just doing the regular one that would take a longer time. Fast forward, we go for the hearing, and this guy is telling the judge, Your Honor, this woman owes me. Because the judge said, how? Because the judge asking, you have any contention or whatever? He said, yes, this woman owe me. How?
How much?
Oh, when I met her business was not where it's at today. I made her business to be where it's at today. The judge said, how? He said, because I used to go to the store and help her. So the judge said, okay, we're going to postpone the divorce. You can bring documentation. And that was an eye-opener for me. And it's a good time not to even talk about this. I'm not one of those people that come on Facebook to talk about my business, at least my relationship. But this is what is an eye-opener for me. And hopefully it will help somebody. Because a lot of African women, we're not into prenups, right? We just, women in general, I learned. Because even African-American women who are successful, they meet a man today, boom, they're so in love. We're so in love. We're so carried away. We're always that mothering, nurturing part of us just feel like everybody needs to be loved, and it should be this. That's how it's supposed to be. We don't protect ourselves, and we don't put into place prenups and all these things. We just go into relationship open-minded, open-hearted, and then boom, when we're in the situation like what I was in, then we fall in trouble. So this guy asked for half of my business. That was what he asked for. A business that I have sacrificed over the years. People who have followed me on Facebook know. They saw me from scratch from day one till where I'm at today. And this guy was asking for 50% of my business. So the court had to postpone the case until he can bring documentation, his proof. So I'm here waiting for his proof. And I never seen the proof.
Never got
I called the court. Has this man submitted proofs? Nothing. And then eventually the time came, about 4 months later, they rescheduled. Oh, now I'm really pissed. Like, I need to get this divorce and be done with this and move on with my life. 4 months later, I show up to court. He never showed up. Somebody told him, if you don't show up, they're not going to pass the divorce. And everything that I asked for in that divorce, I got it back. So this is to say that women, we need to protect ourselves. You know, whether you have one car. Let me just go to the lowest thing. If you have a car, one car, if it's an old Toyota Camry that you bought with your own money, and you get into a relationship with a guy, and it leads to where you guys thinking about getting married, make sure you have documentation. Prenup, them English people call it prenup. Make sure you specify this marriage we're going into. Everything that I own before this marriage is mine. Everything you own before this marriage is yours. Whatever we get together as a couple is ours.
Period.
If you don't do that, you're gonna end up being in serious trouble. The only thing that blessed me is this man never came up with any proof to show anything. Because even if he had come with one piece of thing, it would have just stalled the divorce for a longer time. Even if he was not going to be given anything, it was just going to keep delaying the divorce.
Yeah.
And so I'm so glad it went out well. I'm a free woman. I got divorced in February. So yes, I'm a newly divorced woman. And yes, I'm very, very happy that it ended out well. So the last two men in my life in 5 years' time, they all wanted something from me. So do you think I'm going to get married to somebody who's broke? First of all, no. Because the disadvantage of marrying somebody who's broke is very hard. Number one, if you have your own money and you send that guy to go to the kitchen, somebody who's not maybe doing business or don't have their own money, you send that guy to the kitchen, you lay in the bed, both of you lay in the bed, and you say, baby, can you please go get me water to drink? If he's a broke man, it's going to be so offensive to him. Oh, why you want to send me? Why he want to think about it?
I would think that
he's going to think so deep about it. He's going to take it so personal. He was going to take it as an insult versus a man who already has his own money and life is going on good for him. If you send him for water to drink, even though you're laying in the same bag, he's going to glad to go because he's not thinking you're trying to be bossing him around. I'm telling you.
She just likes to be spoiled.
That's I like to be spoiled. That was true, but that's a typical man thing. If you're dating a man who is financially stable and successful, he doesn't see you telling him to do anything as you being bossy because you have money or you have a business.
Right.
But if you're married to a broke or even dating a broke, immature man, especially immature, if you tell him to do the same thing that money man who has money to do, he'll take it differently. He's going to look at it differently. So I just resolved to, if God gave me the man that I want, until I turn 50, then maybe I will just settle somehow in the middle. But for now, you got to have your life, your money right. You have to have your shit together. You have to know what you want because I got everything that you need in a woman plus more. So, yes. But I'm happy. Sign prenups, ladies. By this time, I would have been crying. But now, God bless me. The two idiots that were in my life, they were not able to succeed. And God saved me. So if you get a piece of car, make sure you do a prenup, ladies. Otherwise, you're going to lose big time. The men, most of them are hungry. They're looking for women to just destroy. Okay? Whoa. Yes. Wait, hold on. So protect your money. That's all I'm going to say.
But you're saying you want to marry a guy that's got $10 million.
Because I'm worth $10 million.
Okay, but then you want to get a...
I want stability.
Because I know this. When I the last girl I met, I tried to explain to her what the hell a prenup was because she was a good-looking chick, and I thought she was
prenup women, prenup.
And prenup. Girls don't want prenup.
Yeah, because they don't have nothing going on for themselves. So they obviously... If she has something going for herself, she would be advocating prenup. Trust me.
Jeez, because I ain't getting married unless it's a prenup.
You have to have prenup.
You don't. You neither.
You gotta protect your money and your assets. Good. Even if you have things in like Europe, put prenup on it before you marry somebody. That was a hard lesson that could have gone the other way for me. So I've been struggling with my business. Everybody who follows me on Facebook know how long I've struggle with my business to get it where it's at today. God first. So why would somebody come from nowhere and want to take advantage of a woman like me? You know, but you cannot tell because people are who they are. You can just see a person and know what they're capable of.
Discernment.
I got that too, but I wasn't thinking
out with the last 2 months.
Yeah, but now I know. I learned my lesson though. Ain't gonna happen again, honey. Ain't gonna happen.
Well, that lets y'all know Ellen is an amazing, wonderful woman, very successful, hardworking, has her shop, makes her money, and it's not gonna let anybody
Boutique.
take that. Has her boutique, and when I let anybody
Shop
take
is
that
broken
away from
parts.
her,
Yes.
okay, shop
More of
is-
America, no shop there.
I'll tell you this though.
Okay.
Can I comment on that Skin Bright stuff?
Okay, we're talking. He's trying to tell you how amazing I am. Can he
No,
finish first?
no. I was gonna
Okay, let him finish.
Go ahead.
Oh my God!
Jump in.
Really?
Go ahead.
Jump in.
Jump in. I'll tell you.
Kwame,
if
you're gonna take that away from me,
No,
Kwame.
hold on. Because I go to her store. I've been to your store probably 50 times, right?
Yeah, you're there a lot.
Yeah. Oh, you see how she says it like it's a bad. Like,
No, it's a good thing.
yeah. So I've been to her store. Is man, it's
Thank you,
hands down.
Olivia.
It's hands down one of the best stores for African clothing for women. Hands down.
Yeah,
best,
and men.
But the men, I got a shirt from her, but she's got to get more for us guys. I got one of her shirts.
I got a couple of her shirts.
Yeah. So
And a suit.
Yeah.
yeah. I might.
And I'm
need
coming
talk
back to
about
come
that.
get some more
And you know
suits.
what? You're gonna be on the runway. He's gonna be on the runway.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we want to make sure he's on the
You need to
runway.
be.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm fat. Oh, I'm 40.
That's okay. We got close
Sorry,
for fat
we got
old
close
man.
for everybody.
Fat
Oh,
white
wait.
man.
Well, hold on. So I used to date a chick, right?
There we go.
And me. I actually had a girlfriend, real life one.
Okay.
So that last question down there, Chief.
She used that Skin Bright stuff, and at first, when her skin was so bright that it was bright as Michael Jackson's.
Poor Michael.
And when I met her skin wasn't that bright. And then I found one of those Skin SkinBryte Skin. That's how she spelled it, right? But and I put it down. She goes, "Oh, that's good. You should try some if you want." I said, "No, thanks." Right? She wanted to try to get me to try it. But so she went back to Ghana, and then and she wanted.
She's from Chief's country.
She
Okay.
was.
You got a sister?
Hey. So
we like Liberian women. That I'll tell you.
So when she came,
is that true? You like Liberian women? With
No, I'm talking about
$9 million? Oh, I thought you were talking about
Anthony.
So when she came back from Africa, she wanted me to meet her somewhere. So I went in to meet her. It was actually at the library, and I was looking. Oh, I couldn't find her. All of a sudden, she said, "Anthony," and I
She went to Ghana and she came back. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, but
So
she
they
didn't
get them black.
She came back as a black woman. So it was like I sleeping with two different women because she came back and she quit using that cream and she was dark as hell. It was like two different chicks, two different women.
Of course.
I love it.
But that Skin Bright does something.
The heat in Africa is
It's a
cannot
different
allow you to use the brightness
It's
stuff.
not gonna work.
It's
Because
different.
it works, but you're gonna be so hot. It's so hot in there.
Oh, I know for a fact that Africans in Africa use that stuff. In Africa.
Of course.
I know they do.
But they always look
But-
some kind of way.
Yeah. People know they're using it.
Kwame, please continue what you were saying before you got rudely
Well,
interrupted.
sorry,
I know you were rudely interrupted by Anthony.
sorry.
That's why he does
What was
something
that?
all the time.
What's that question that was up there? Is Ebo or something like that? One more up. Oh, is BioClear a good product to clear your skin? I've been using it on and off for years, but recently I was advised to stop using it.
Are you using the fake one or the real one?
She said, "Are you using the fake one or the real one when it comes to the BioClear as being a good product?"
BioClear is an old product. It's been around forever. I mean, to everything, I usually tell people there's a limit to everything. Even though I use all of my products, but there's a reason why I have 3 different categories. So we have the glowing one, which is the mildest. Even the blackest person can use it. It's not going to alter the complexion. It's just going to shine the already black complexion.
Okay.
Then the brightening one is going to give you a little bit of color, but not excessively. Then the whitening products obviously is going to make you lighter with time, right? Way lighter with time.
How long? How much time I got?
It depends on your skin texture. If you're already light skinned, then yeah, for you it's going to take you at least the first cup should make you. We should start seeing a difference in your skin, which
How
should
long?
last you for about a month.
Oh, that's what a month. I can be a lighter nigga in a month.
There you go.
How much lighter? Like your complexion?
Yeah, my complexion.
In a
So-
month?
Yeah, So I mean, because you already
Disgusting.
light skin. So here is the thing, right?
I'm light skinned. I'm not light skinned.
No, you're not dark
Not
skin.
disrespectful.
You're not
I'm
dark.
light-skinned.
No, you're not dark.
I'm not light skinned.
Well, in American
At
terms,
all.
you're not light skin. You're chocolate. You're brown skin.
Okay.
But here is the thing, though. But even me, who sell the product, I always tell my customers to interchange the products. So give your skin some time to breathe. Like, don't use the whitening
You're
product
using all of you. She's supposed to use it all over your body.
all between the legs, everywhere where you can put
Turn
your
your
head,
balls, turn
everything,
your butthole, everything got
everything.
Everything got.
So if you're gonna use it. You cannot use it from January to January. At least you can use it during the winter months. You know, it's cooler, the temperature is better, it helps with your skin.
You gotta like sit back and like let it rub in while you use it.
No, we just rub
Right.
it and put our clothes on. How many times we got? We already busy all the time. You actually cream and put your clothes on, you go. But some people want to use it from January to January, and that's where the problem comes in.
What happens?
You let your skin breathe because
What happens?
too much
What's
of
the negative
everything.
effects?
So sometimes one of the main effects you end up having is it gets to the max. It can't go beyond that. And sometimes it starts
Okay,
turning
gotcha.
darker, and like I used to be light and I'm turning darker. Yes, stop and slow down, let your skin breathe. It's like it fries your skin at a certain point because you keep using the lightening stronger products.
I want to get my man's Anthony the darker ones. I want him to turn dark.
He needs to get
So we
darker
can do
because this boy is a black man. Like seriously,
Yeah,
Even my buddies
let's
say that.
romance
yes.
So I
we got you.
put on.
So yeah, you have to use it and take a break. So I go between the three products. Winter time, I use the whitening products. When the winter is about to be over, I go to the brightening products. Summertime, I use all glowing products because it's mild and it's good for the sun.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She said she uses the real one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, but skin.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Well.
we will wrap things up.
You better tell the people to come to my runway show.
I'm gonna make sure that they come into the show. I
They
told you we
better
didn't
you
start
better
off
tell
with that
them
cat.
who you are,
And
honey.
you know, well, first off, we want to give a wonderful thanks for Anthony being
I
on the show
know.
with us today. Greatly appreciate you being here,
Good job,
uh,
Anthony.
giving us the white side of life for Africans.
Yes.
We love it.
I'll
So,
consider-
we love it.
I was kind of poor growing up. Like, I'm not like your stereotypical upper class.
Oh yeah. No, we weren't talking about class. We were talking about complexion.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
Wait.
Yeah, white side. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job, Anthony.
And then we want to give a wonderful, wonderful thanks to Ellen for coming onto the show today. Letting us know about her boutique, Mall of America. Y'all come shop there, get your best African attire for men and for women. We have a big fashion show coming up on the 30th that's going to take place at the shop in the Mall of
The
America,
store.
at the boutique in the Mall of America, and we'll post that on the page as well. You'll see that. And yeah, y'all come and enjoy
And
yourselves.
he's gonna be the MC.
Yeah, I'm hosting that
He's the
event.
host.
Chief's gonna be there. Chief's gonna be wearing some Ghanaian
Oh,
clothes.
I'll bring my
Absolutely.
African shirt.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a good show.
It's gonna be a great show.
I'm looking
So-
forward to seeing everybody. Stop by the Mall of America. If you're in the Twin Cities, come to the Mall of America. We're on second floor, right by Macy's. You cannot miss us. We have the most colorful and vibrant store there. And it's our
Period.
1 year anniversary. So we're, celebrating the World Runway show to give back to the audience. We're gonna have raffle draws so you can come and be part of the raffle and win free shopping spree. And we're gonna have some great performances, cultural performances, and it's gonna be good. So come on.
But she also said she'll deliver to anywhere in the country or world too. So if you're in Nebraska or you're in Switzerland and you see some African clothes that you want to get,
Yes.
you can order from her online. She's on WhatsApp too. So House of Queens and
Yes,
Kings.
House of Queens and Kings.
And it's the second floor Mall of America by Macy's.
Right. And then we'll be launching our website too. Also this month, we're launching a
excellent.
website. A lot of people ask me, "Do you have a website?" Officially, it's going to be launched this month. So we're coming really hard, people. Yes. So
That's what
thank
she said. And with that, Minnesota Mess, it's a wrap.
Thank you for having
We
me.
will have these on. We will have these two on another show for
Yeah.
sure.
We'll be back.
And we're gonna make sure it's even hot and heavier with the next one because they got some great stuff to talk about. So
Mm.
appreciate y'all for
Thank
coming.
you, Kwame, for having us.
Thank you.
Here.
Indeed.
Thank you.
you.
This is
Thank
a
you.
shock that you guys wanted me.